Hey friends, welcome back. Good to see you again. So, market season is beginning again in just a couple of weeks. And as you can see behind me, I have a bunch of stuff made, but none of it is priced and none of it is packed. And today we're gonna work on getting some price tags back on these pieces and work on packing some stuff for my upcoming first market of the season. So let's get to work. We're gonna start with pricing a bunch of dragonflies. Got a whole bunch of them here. So we're gonna start with these. Then I'll pack them into my little bins. I just like to start by laying a bunch of tags out on the counter. Need my little branding stickers. Go find them. This is not a necessary step, but I like to brand the backside of all my tags with my little brand. So I just have these little stickers go on all my tags. Now everybody prices their work differently. I use a formula. It is based on the size and the number of pieces of glass in the particular piece. It's just math. It's the size divided by the square foot times my per square foot rate equals the price. It's pretty simple. It's a very, very straightforward little formula. My little stickers here. I have a little app for this little printer. I found this little guy on Amazon. He's kind of awesome. He's super easy to use. This little guy connects to him. Type in my price. How many? Tell it to print. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll do 8. I need more than that. I don't know how many I actually need, so we'll start with 8. We'll need scissors. This thing does cut it. You can print them one at a time. I just don't. I would rather print a little strip of them and then cut them apart personally, than print them one at a time. I find that really annoying. Printing them one at a time. This is all about personal preference. Okay. Here's my first layer. Well, not my first layer, my second layer. The first layer was only dragonflies. Sorry for the small intrusion. My battery died and I didn't realize it was happening. So here we are. Doing some math still. Oh, it fell asleep again. I do like this little label printer a lot. I think it's quite handy. Sorry, I'm throwing my trash in my teeny tiny trash can over there off screen. And I put tags on those angels too already. So sorry about that. I did some things off screen. This guy is 8x8. My dog is outside barking, and I'm not sure why she is barking. There are kids running up and down the street on four-wheelers, and I think that's what's got her all upset. She doesn't like the noise. I don't fully blame her. I'm honestly not a fan of the noise either. But she is being a little over the top. A lot over the top. I have $28 on these. I don't know if I feel like that's correct. We're gonna let the dog in. I just redid the math. That is correct. So we're gonna leave those. don't need to reprice my little cats there. Okay. So we have all those guys in here. Got a few more angels to pack. I have a few more dragonflies to put in here also. Printing out a few more labels for him now. Okay. Oh, I need one more little lasagna piece. Let me go grab one. Haha, I just realized they're in the bins underneath. Whoops. Lasagna piece, that's what I called it. It's just foam padding that I put in between because it makes it easier to take care of everything to make sure it stays safe. Next we're gonna pack these succulents. This one is already priced. I need to price these others. It has to reconnect. I hate that it comes unconnected a lot. It just forgets its signal. The only thing I don't like about this little printer is that it loses its signal a lot. I think the battery must be dying because it's fussing at me. Yeah, the battery is most definitely dying. Lanterns to put in here. I also have my plates back. This one's a tree. Hard to see in the light. And I have all these little teeny trinket dishes that I need to price. I just plugged that little guy in. Oh, some of them are priced. And I can pack the ones that are. All right, we're gonna have to give this just a few minutes and let my pricing thing charge just a little bit. So I'll come back. Okay. So I charged that for a little bit. I can make some more labels now. I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 8. Reconnecting. Okay. All right. Dishes. Have these trivets. They're dusty because they've been in storage in my little cabinet. Ooh, so dusty. This one needs a sticker. Let's see, do I have anything else I want to pack? I have one more little I can't think what I call these right now. Propagation station, that's it. One propagation station made, so we'll take him too. He just needs proper. He had a price tag, but it was fully handwritten and not a big fan of those. Proper label. And I think that's everything I have that I want to take. At least as far as this stuff is concerned. Okay. stuff is priced and packed. There's a few other things to go through. I don't know if I'm going to do that right now, honestly. I think we're going to come back maybe tomorrow and work on it some more. I actually have a week and a half before my show, so I still have some time to get this done. And honestly, I still have a few things that I want to make also. And yeah, so I think I'm going to call this a day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay. Okay, I've been MIA for a couple of days, but I do have a show coming up this weekend, so I need to finish getting stuff together. I have this plant stand that I use for one of my displays, but the screws that hold it together are constantly coming out, and I'm getting tired of having to put it back together on the fly. So I went out and bought some locking nuts today so that I don't have to fight with this anymore and it will stop falling apart. So first thing we're going to do is put these locking nuts on so that I can stop having this problem. Oh, these pliers aren't big enough. Okay, I need a bigger pair of pliers. 1 second. Got a wrench. This will work. So these are locking washers, locking nuts. I guess they're nuts, not washers. So they don't slip off of your screws when they vibrate in the car. That's the problem. When I'm driving down the road in the car, they vibrate and slip off. Did I do that too tight? I did not. And then we're going to take this outside and spray paint it because it needs a fresh coat of spray paint too. One project done. Well, we gotta spray paint it. So we're gonna do that next. Okay, so the next thing we're gonna do is pack my bin that I take with to every show. Now, this bin, I keep lots of stuff in it. We're gonna talk about what I keep in it. I always keep some hand sanitizer and some wipies because you never know when you're gonna need them. I checked these, they're from last year, and shockingly they're still damp, so they're still usable. I also keep zip ties in here because you never know. I like the black ones because they blend in with my stuff. I also keep some mini bungee cords because you never know when you're going to need to tie stuff down. I also keep a bunch of these hand and toe warmers in here because when it gets cold, I like to be prepared. Because when it gets cold, cold. And I don't always know that it's going to be cold out, frankly, because even though I should be really good about checking the weather every time I have an outdoor event, sometimes I just don't think about it. I just completely space it. And like right now it's springtime and it's Indiana and it could be 80 degrees or it could be 30. And I have no way of knowing without actually looking. And sometimes I just forget. I'm so caught up in making sure that I have everything packed, and I just don't think about it, and I don't look, and then I pay for it. So at least if I have a few of my little amenities to get me through, then I'm good to go. These are some little aprons to put money in. I don't use them very often, but I like to have them as an option. I bought a 3-pack of them, so I just keep them all in here. A rag, because sometimes you have to wipe things off. S-hooks for hanging lanterns and things from my tent. And then I have one little bitty guy. Various big bungee cords for hanging my sign and whatever else I need them for. These are little, they're bean bags technically, but I use them as sandbags to hold stuff down on my table. Little easels to prop stuff up. I have 2 different sizes of those. This bin, I keep, there's another bungee cord in here, which actually shouldn't be in this bin, so let's get him out so he's with all the other bungees. I keep a screwdriver in here, some other little things. These S-hooks are for when I take my big long 10-foot poles to hang from my tent. Those get hung from that. I'm not going to put that in yet. I always put that in towards the back. Stands. Technically they're little plastic crates, but I use them to stand as risers for things. I have some signs. I actually need to reprint at least this one because it looks gross. These 2 are okay. I'm going to leave this one. Yeah, I'm going to just leave them all 3 out because I'm going to reprint that one because it looks gross. I like to put all of my little tablecloths in next. I like my tablecloths to be near the top of my bin. Sometimes I put them fully on top. It just depends. I think I changed my mind. I actually am going to put this little guy on down in here. Now, let's see what's going on with these tablecloths. Leave that all open. Let's see what size this one is. This one is for my 4-foot table. I think I have 2 of these in here. This one is incredibly wrinkled, so if that other one is also a 4-foot, probably use it instead. Let's find it. Is also a 4-footer, and it's not wrinkled like the end of the world is coming. So we're going to put this one in next. That one needs to get folded and put away. This one should be my 5-footer. Yep, this one's my 5-foot tablecloth. My 6-foot. I have 3 different size tables. I have a 4, a 5, and a 6-foot table. I didn't really plan it that way. It's just kind of how it happened. But it is what it is. These are my hooks for my grate that I hang all of my sun catchers from. I have all these shower curtain hooks that I sometimes use to hang stuff with. These are curtains for the back side of my grate because it just adds a little, it just cleans it up a little, makes it prettier. Does that sound silly? It probably does. It is what it is. It makes it prettier. I have some more of these hooks down behind this bin. Down underneath this this table. I should get those out, maybe. I think I will. But that pretty much sums up what I keep in here. And then we'll talk about what I keep in my bin, my cash stand, that is also doubles as my cash stand.
because that's where I keep a lot of my extra stuff. I do keep Benadryl down in this bin. I'm allergic to bees, and most of my door events are outdoors, so gotta make sure I have Benadryl on hand in case I get stung. It has happened more than once. In fact, the Benadryl exists in this bin because it happened at an event and I had to go get Benadryl. So that's a little scary when that happens. Thank God my daughter was with me, so I was able to leave her to watch the booth while I ran to the pharmacy to pick up some Benadryl, and luckily I wasn't too far away from one. But that's not always true. Sometimes I'm in the middle of nowhere and I need to have everything that I could possibly need. So all right, I'm gonna put the lid on this and get to the next thing. Okay, so this is what functions as my cash stand. Ooh, that's dusty. So I keep my little bin down inside of it. I transport it this way, but I have some bags in here. This becomes my cash stand. My little arm that I use for filming on this table is up here. And it has Velcro and Velcro so that it attaches, so that it makes it like a clean little cash stand, covers it up totally, so it covers the whole crate. And then my little bin sits down inside of here along with my cash box and my iPad for ringing people up. But, so let's talk about what I keep in here. All right, so I have a receipt book here in case somebody wants an actual printed receipt. I have some extra pens and some markers. I have some little lights, some flowers. So this goes in here. There's an extra roll of tape. Goes in my tape thing. And then the next thing that goes in here is my plastic bags. They go in the back. Then I have some medium-sized paper bags go in here. Some smaller paper bags which I need to refill. I'm gonna go grab those now. Keep them on the shelf behind you. So smaller paper bags. Then in the front are my thank you cards. They look like this. Thank you on one side, I have a photo on the other. So these go in here. Extra business cards. You got that right there. Business card holder with business cards. Tape. Packing tape. And my ibuprofen. My ibuprofen stays in here where I can find it. And then I also have these little fake flowers that I sometimes use for when I have, what do I call those? Propagation stations. When I have a propagation station. I do have one in my thing right now, so. And then my little cover that functions as the cover of my cash stand. So, oh, and my scissors. I always keep a pair of scissors in here because you never know when you're going to need a pair of scissors. So, and it just gets packed up. These little guys go in. This goes in. I do have some extra twinkle lights. I hope these work. And these work. Probably have some lanterns that need these. Probably lanterns I've already packed, so we're actually going to tuck these down in here as well, so that they're in there. So that is what I pack for my cash station. All right, I think that's going to wrap up this video for today. So, but that's the gist of me packing for a show. I didn't show you packing the car because I'm not going to do that for a couple more days because it's like Tuesday. No, it's Monday. I don't know what day it is. It's Monday, and my show isn't until Saturday, so I'm not going to pack my car probably until Friday. So maybe I'll show that in the next video. Who knows? Or maybe I'll forget, because I do that a lot. This is real life, and I have a lot going on in it, and yeah, you're getting real me. Maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. I don't know. I guess it depends on your perception. Anyway, thanks for joining me. See you next time.